So in the course of playing The Witcher 3, you obviously meet a lot of villains. You know, whether it's Eredin in the Wild Hunt or the crones in Velen, the game doesn't come short when it comes to the amount of villains. And the same thing with video games in general. I mean, essentially you need to have somebody that you're fighting against. And the better the villain is, the better obviously the game in general. But now when I think about video game villains, one character from The Witcher 3 immediately comes to mind. Gaunter O'Dimm, also known as the Man of Glass or Master Mirror, is the main villain of the Hearts of Stone expansion and often regarded as one of the best video game villains for several compelling reasons. So now while making this video, I really thought about the evolution of Gaunter. Like, he's very heavily shrouded in mystery. You know, his origins, his motives and his true nature are never fully explained, which adds intrigue and unpredictability to his character. I mean, just think about it, you know, the first hour that you play the game, you immediately meet him in White Orchard. And you know, everybody doesn't really think much from him. You know, I remember when I was playing The Witcher 3 for the first time, I just thought that he was a kind and helping NPC that wanted me to find Yennefer of Vengerberg and that knew where she had gone. You know, never in 100 years would I have thought that this kind man would become one of the most intimidating villains in video game history. And the more you play the game, and especially in Hearts of Stone, you really feel his powerful presence. You know, he really exudes an aura of immense power and control. I mean, the man can literally control time. Like, I just want you to think about the spoon scene in Hearts of Stone.
That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
I mean, this scene was so chilling that the player was kind of frightened of Gaunter O'Dimm. And as we know, O'Dimm really operates in a way that often grants wishes or that fulfills desires, but always at a terrible cost. And you know, his ability to exploit people's vulnerabilities and deepest desires really makes me think that Gaunter O'Dimm is the goddamn incarnation of the devil. You know, the starting letters of his three names combined are G-O-D, so God, and he himself calls him the Master Mirror, and the reflection of God is actually Satan. So it really makes me think if this character isn't actually supposed to be Satan. But I have to admit that his actions and methods are so incredibly morally complex. You know, he often presents his actions as only being the result of people's own choices, which kind of leads me to question the concept of free will in the game and in general. And you know, every time that Gaunter O'Dimm appears on the screen in Hearts of Stone, it kind of sends shivers to my spine. Like everything, when it comes to his presence, even his music is so frightening that it really makes sense to call him one of the most intimidating characters in video game history. Now, another point why he's so great of a villain is that he's probably the most powerful character in the whole Witcher universe. I mean, look, I have read all the books and played all the video games, and not once did I encounter anything close to Gaunter O'Dimm. I mean, just think about controlling time. Like, what is that? He can literally manipulate events, he can manipulate people, and even time? I mean, it's literally something that we haven't seen before in the Witcher universe. And I feel like even after completing The Witcher 3 and the Hearts of Stone expansion, Gaunter O'Dimm still lingers somewhere in the thoughts, because people oftentimes have discussions on Reddit about him, or often create videos on YouTube about O'Dimm. Due to his devilish motives and the moral complexity he brings, it just makes total sense for me. So all in all, Gaunter O'Dimm's character is literally a masterclass in the art of creating a scary, intimidating and memorable villain. You know, everything, his philosophical undertones, his enigmatic nature and his chilling presence really contribute to his reputation as one of the best video game villains in recent memory. And now I want to ask you guys if you have any other characters in another video game that you think come close to Gaunter O'Dimm as a villain. Because I was literally thinking about a video to make about the most intimidating villain in video games, and after thinking about Gaunter O'Dimm, he literally demolished every other character that I had in mind. So I want to ask you guys about your opinion and if you know another character that comes close to him. Alright guys, that was it from me today. I hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.